introduce Helen Rita, who is joining us this evening for a special presentation of the Ray Center Speaker Series. Just a little added extra. And again, we're all happy that you are all with us this evening. And I will let Helen speak about what she is bringing to us.
Okay, great. Good to see you guys. Welcome to January. Yes, I mean, it's like we're going to start this whole circle again, starting in January. And June is going to be a promise, so it will come. It will come. So what this calls for us is to be more adaptable, and especially during the COVID pandemic. I mean, I've learned how to become more adaptable than ever. And learning Zoom and all these and different ways of doing things, it's really changed. I mean, the social isolation, I had to work around that. And yeah, so it's been an interesting journey in 2020. And it also teaches us how to find new ways to express ourselves. That's what I think is very important. So I wanted to kind of give a nice positive message before we begin our meditation. So we're going to do a sound meditation. And the reason why I got into the sound meditation is because as a young girl, I took piano lessons, I learned how to play the guitar. And then as I became a teenager, I ended up going to rock concerts. I mean, I went and saw all of the good guys, like Elton John, The Who's, Santana. I saw them all. I mean, I really got into the rock concert scene when I was in my teenagers. And I really found that sound waves at a concert, when the bass is really loud, you can literally feel the vibration in your body. And I think there's some therapeutic aspects to that, and it really feeds the brain in many ways. For example, the most recent concert I went to was down in Washington, D.C. with Diva Premal. She is a yoga artist. I don't know if you've heard of Diva Premal and Mitten. They're a kirtan chant band, and the whole concert room, we did the sound of Om together, the whole room. I mean, there was like a couple thousand people in the room in total silence. It was very powerful. I felt as though time literally stopped when I felt that vibration. So what I like to get you to think about is, think of a pebble thrown into a still pond. Like if you throw a rock into the pond and you see those little waves, in a very still pond. Well, the same kind of vibration happens within our bodies. And the same thing with singing bowls. It's like whenever I use singing bowls, whenever I teach a yoga class, I usually use the chimes during Shavasana. It's like time literally stops. It's a whole different dimension. It's because I think our bodies are composed of large part of water. They make fantastic conductors for the vibrations for these sound waves. Very good for relaxation, very good for many health benefits. So what I want you to do is just open your ears and observe the sensation of this experience. And why? To seek and find the barriers within. And also when you're in meditation, I want you to, when you're at rest, where is your mind default to when you're totally relaxed? Do you go back to the same old worry story that you had before your meditation, the busy mind, or do you go into your storehouse of past memories, or wherever your mind goes when you relax? So I want you to check that out. We spend a lot of our lives chasing and looking outward, attaching ourselves to the outer world. And in yoga, we talk about that. And Barbara's a good witness of that. I'm always talking about transitioning from your inner world back to the outer world at the end of class. Very important thing, because we go within with our meditation, because we're caught living in the dullness as a habit. We're caught living, this dull bleakness. It's like a default. It's like we're expecting something. We want to do, we want to be, and we want this, we want that. But all this will pass by allowing to rest more steadily with the ease of how things always change. Speaking of change, there will always be a change because there's always more. Barbara, she hears me talk about that all the time. So I want you to bear witness by observing as you're relaxing. And that is the knowing. And that's how you can feel what's there and find the courage to let go. Letting go. I mean, you'll hear all kinds of yoga teachers saying, oh, let go, ground, oh, just relax into your breath. But, it takes a lot of courage and it's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of practice. So think of the inhale and the exhale as like an ocean tide, and keep the breath very natural. And allow, when you hear the sound of the bowl, it's a reminder to allow the pause just to flow through us. And when we pause through us, let's go ahead and travel light. Make sure you travel very lightly when you travel. So take a moment to imagine movement without stillness. And imagine watching a still moving water. Get into a comfortable seat. So it's very hard to see with our eyes, see with our bodies and our feelings when the water is turbulent. Take this moment to imagine watching the calm water move slowly on a quiet day. You can start by softening your eyes. You can keep them open or closed. And let's bring everything into our midline, everything to our center. Feel the sit bones rest into your cushion or into your chair. Or if you choose, you're welcome to come to the floor. You're welcome to lie down. That's it. So your position in meditation is your yogi's choice. If you want to come up to a nice cross-legged seat and sit tall, or maybe have your legs coming out. So find your comfortable place. Empty your jaw. Relax your tongue. Collarbone becomes lighter. Relaxed eyes. Relax your jaw and your ears. And allow your breath to sweep downward. Feeling the in-breath through your nostrils and down through to your belly. Thoughts come through your mind, it's okay. Don't judge, just allow them come through, but let them go. They will come like a cloud. So think of a cloud, it kind of moves from right to left. Now set your tongue to your upper palate, inside your mouth. Feel the fullness, stretching that tongue. So in yoga, we add space within. So we're going to do some techniques as we sit. And as you have that tongue up to your palate, just imagine your cheekbones going out wide, wide cheekbones. Relax your cheekbones, keeping your eyes soft. Curl your tongue. Now release your tongue slowly. And feel the freedom of your breath as it comes down through your throat. Feel the opening in your inner ears. And take the right side of, now take your mind's eye to your right side of your body. And relax that right side. This is all in the mind's eye to your left. And pause. And just pause here. Now take your left side. Bring your mind's eye to your whole left side. And relax it to the right side. And just pause. And just open your ears. Now take your face and scrunch your face. Like squeeze your face and release. Relax your face. Pause. One more time. Inhale. Scrunch your face. I know it looks silly. Nobody's looking at you. I'm not even looking at you. And then release. Take your arms out to the sides, out to a large T. Open wide chest, adding more expansion in your chest. What this does, especially if you sit cross-legged, and you know, that's not easy for everybody. I mean, it's not an automatic thing for most people. But if that's the case, just get comfortable. The nice thing about it is when your heart is up and your navel is grounded, you want to have space for your body to breathe. I mean, when we're all crunched over like this, no wonder why we can't digest our food properly. No wonder why we're tired and we have restless nights and all this brain worry and all this stuff. When we open things up, it gives you freedom. So feel the weight in your elbows. Just let your arms hang. You're not holding on to your arms. You're allowing your heart to open. Now back to the T. We're going to open the door like external. Yep. We're going to extend long. Internal rotation. And now we're going to go externally as you roll your spine, navel to spine. This gives your spine, this is very good for your back. This gives you fluid And it also brings the fluid to go up your spine. So think of the base of the spine and just feel the energy as it comes all the way to the crown of the head. So you want to think center, mind, body, heart, navel, down to your pubic bone, all the way down to your tailbone. Inhale as you open, exhale as you round down. Take your hands to your knees and pause. This kind of movement helps you get ready for meditation. So the reason why in yoga we do our postures, we do it in a flow, is to prepare our bodies for rest. A lot of times it's hard to walk into a yoga room and rest immediately. It takes a little time to transition. So just be still and just sense your arms. It's all about the arms for now. And just relax. Notice your breath as you hear the sounds. Feeling the gravity, the weight of your elbows, your sit bones, and your feet. With your shoulders relaxed, elbows heavy, we want to relax all the way down to our hands and just empty it out through the tips of your hands, to the tips of your fingers, that is. Release through the tips of your fingers as you pause. Bring your hands down by your navel and just cross your hands and right on your lap and just relax. Keeping your eyes soft. The palm of your hands is soft. Now let's turn our attention to our breathing body, feeling your natural breath. And open this energy of loving awareness, the earth beneath you. If a distraction arises, come back to just sitting here, breathing in and breathing out. Imagine the mist of your breath which they call prana, to settle into the back of your body as you breathe in. Your throat becomes soft. And soak in to your tissue, to your bloodstream, your organs. Now allow your breath to carry it, circulate it. Allow the breath to give you fluidity, pliability in our joints, freedom. With each breath, sense the feeling tone in your body. Healing wind throughout the body. Just be a witness. Just watch. Now, what does the voice tell you? Your wise inner voice might be clearer now for you. Feeling the breath in your lower belly. That your inner voice, your inner wisdom is the voice of support. We're in an age of doing, do, constantly busy. But we seem to forget that we've been invited to walk on this earth where we belong. And we're in the age of accomplishments and doing, we really miss so much of ourselves. And it's a habit. So it's our default, it's our social conditioning. And our social conditioning has become a habit. So give yourself the courage to let go. The courage. One step at a time, starting with your feet. Feet touching the floor. That is your anchor. Starts with the feet. Relax your knees and your thighs. Now feel where your legs attaches to your pelvis. Feel that attachment and allow it to soften. Soften belly. Now with your belly, take your fingertips. Your fingertips are close to your navel. And as you pause here, feel the rise and the fall of your fingertips. Feeling at the very edge of your fingers, coming out and coming in. This is where our gut, our intuition, we have a lot. Sometimes when you hear the old saying, follow your gut, well, there's truth to that. There's very much truth to that. Because if you look at the inside of a stomach and your brain, the brain and the stomach almost looks alike. So this is a good place to soften. And now we're going to climb up to our hearts. Underneath our hearts, this is where we have loving compassion, love for an animal, a pet, love for your partner, or for your children, mother or father. Gratitude and love is stored right here. Compassion. This is where we make our choices on living our truth. It comes from the heart. You can live your truth through your heart. And just rest right there in your heart. Take a few minutes at the heart. And pause. Power of the pause. And when we hear the bowl, it's a reminder. Only a reminder to hang out with your breath and pause. And just let it soak in. At this point, if you're feeling like you're starting to calm down even more, feel free to come and lie on your back. Recommend if you want to place a cushion under your knees and just allow yourself to relax as I give you some sound. And I want you to notice when you're in a state of rest, where does your mind go? So you can lay down and I don't think you can see me well that way, but it will look like something like, I want you to feel the weight at the back of your shoulders into the earth. And you just want to let yourself drop. And I want you to really feel the support, all the gifts that the earth gives us. It gives us support, the gravity. I'm going to sit up to talk and watch you guys, but just find your place and feel your support, weight of your shoulder blades into the earth. Ideally, your knees should probably be a little bent so that way you can release your lower back. A lot of times lying on the floor is not so relaxing. And if you choose to stay upright, that's perfectly fine. Now, if you like, you can keep your eyes closed, or if you're feeling like down in the dumps or depressed, I recommend you keep your eyes open and find a drishti point, and that's a Sanskrit word in yoga, a focal point to look at, like a picture or some object on the wall or the rug or whatever. And when we do outdoor yoga, we always look at the leaves on the trees or the pond or whatever, something pretty, or you can look up at the mountain. And take this opportunity to allow your senses to completely open. Just allow yourself to scan your body. Again, just to remind you to relax your senses and just welcome the sounds, welcome the sensations, and notice without bringing judgment to the thoughts in your mind. Take this moment to feel the touch of the air on your skin. The sensations of your body where it touches the surface it's resting on. The feeling of letting go into being at rest and at ease throughout your entire body and mind. yet being aware of the space that surrounds you. And just take a moment, we're going to ground our nervous system, ground the earth system. And establish the release of your legs, and your kneecaps are soft. And allow your lower back to drop. Now we're going to revisit our heart once again. And find the love in your own heart and offer it to those close to you. Those far from you. And offer that love to who you may never meet. And now we're going to visit our chest and our throat. This is our throat chakra. This is where we speak, focusing on speaking kind, loving words, finding the words from your loving heart up to your voice, or perhaps not speaking. That's another part of your throat, choosing not to use your voice or use your voice. Yeah, I choose to only speak kind, loving words to anyone. This is where I speak my truth. And now come up to your chin and your mouth, your lips, and gently rest both of your lips together. Very softly, notice your lips. And take that tongue back to your root of your palate and relax. Feel the fullness in your mouth. What this does, this opens up your inner ears, and that all connects with your brain stem, just to add some space in our brains. Just feel the rest right there up in your throat, back of the throat, back of your skull. And take, if you're sitting up straight, take the back of your skull and push it back towards the back wall and tuck your chin parallel to the earth. Pause. From your throat and your cheeks and your nostrils and your mouth, we're now going to come up to our eyebrows. I want you to really focus on adding space between your two eyebrows. Take everything and place it right at your third eye. This is your intuition, your wisdom, where we carry our intelligence. This is where we make our decisions. Keeping those intelligence nice and open right at your third eye. Just relax everything there, everything in that one spot. Loka samasta sukhino bhavatu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavatu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute in some way to happiness and freedom to all. Right here at your intuition point, right here at your third eye, take your fingers here. Take a generous inhale, elbows out nice and wide. And exhale. Another inhale. Opening it all up, opening your intuition. And exhale. And drop your arms down and just carry your hands right on your lap and just relax. So let's take this moment now to transition from our inner world to our outer world. We could start that off by breathing deeply. Inhale, nice deep breath here. Hold your breath at the top of your inhale. Pause and feel the quiet inside as you pause with your holding of your inhale. Exhale. At the end of your exhale, if you can, pause. Again, on your own. 2 more breaths on your own. With the inhale, pause. Exhale, release. Getting ready to transition. You can start by wiggling your toes and your fingers, your wrists, or circle your elbows around, or raise your arms up. Inhale here. It's always good to do stretches. You can stretch over to the right with the left arm up. Inhale, really open those blinds. Remember, imagine your body has window blinds and all you're doing is airing out all the toxins, all the negativity from your mind that your brain causes, all the worry and the anxiety. We just want to air that out, lifting the other arm up and take it back. This is good for your back, arms up. Let's twist over to the right if you can. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's all inner work. Take it to the other side. Getting ready for our outer world. And just take this with you when you leave the room and go back to your home. Well, you're probably in your living room now as it is. But see if you can carry this with you tomorrow, next week, next year. I'm going to end this practice with a nice long Om. Nice generous inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be free of suffering, and all beings experience love in the heart. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave a few minutes for questions. I think we have a few minutes here. It's 8:23. I'm open to suggestions too, by the way. I mean, I always strive to see how, just want to make sure I take all different requests for the future. So I'm open. I remain open for all of you.
Thank you very much, Helen. It's always very hard to transition back. So thanks for giving us all a few minutes to do that.
Exactly. I definitely can relate. I sometimes, when I have people in Shavasana in a yoga class, it's hard to get them up, sometimes I have to leave the studio. I can't just leave them there laying there, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. So great.
So Helen, you put Wayne to sleep.
Are you asleep, Wayne? Oh,
Every night he
good.
went to sleep.
I'm so glad. I mean, I'm so glad. Wayne, then that means we're gonna have to do more of these. And it gets better. I just want everyone to know I am new at this. I just bought this harmonium instruments. I'm taking music lessons, and you guys are my first audience, and I have a lot of practice to go, but it's good. I'm excited, learning something new every day. I find music is very good for the brain. I just feel the vibration and the music and the playing. It also helps with my dexterity with my fingers. Really, I noticed my fingers were really tired from playing on this thing earlier. So it's all good stuff. Like to learn, lots to learn here. So, and I just want to make an announcement here. I do Zoom yoga every Fridays and Sunday mornings at 9, and that's that. No ifs, every week. Okay, it's a regular thing I do. And then I do 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Mondays at the studio. We do not have many people because of COVID. So a lot of times I only have like 1 or 2 or 3 people. It's totally okay. The room is plenty large. And so you're welcome to come, but I prefer people to let me know in advance if they can. And then Wednesday evenings at 5:15 for those that, work. And yeah, so I have a 4 o'clock Monday and a 5:15 on Wednesday. So I teach 4 classes a week. Also kids yoga on Thursdays, but yeah, so I do those. But now my classes are not on the Resort Insider. So they're just not on there. So you have to connect with me and look on my website. So if you have any questions, just send me a holler.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing this new
This was
area
fun.
that you're studying and interested in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna do more. We're gonna do some meditations in the garden this spring
That will
and
be
winter. I mean,
wonderful.
not winter. I mean summer.
Yeah, winter it's hard to relax sometimes unless you're very bundled up. So,
I'm not. Well, I have done it. Believe me,
Yeah.
I've done it. So,
Yeah.
because of COVID, we have to be adaptable. Adapt. It's all about adaptation here, because we're in interesting times. Interesting.
Indeed. So
Yes.
thank you again so much, and thank you all for coming this evening. And I want to let everyone know about our upcoming speakers. We have a special speaker joining us on Monday in partnership with the Waterville Valley Academy. Ben Bacote. I just realized I perhaps am not spelling or pronouncing his last name properly, so I'll get that before I make a big announcement. But he's speaking to honor the celebration of Civil Rights Day and talk about potential engagement and how to really understand what civic engagement is. So it's open to all ages, and it's Monday at 6:30, and there will be information on our Facebook page and our website. So it would be wonderful to have you all join us. Again, we're expecting students as well, so it's part of
Oh, one last thing, Lee. I want to thank you. Thank you. I have so much love and gratitude with the Ray Center to be offering these community talk series. I'm just so grateful. I think you do very well at it. I think it's great. I'm sure. Yeah, this is.
I'm grateful too. I like having this chance to see familiar faces, even if they're on the computer screen, and share some of what it is that we have to share.
Right.
And on that note, I have to tell you that my presentation is next Friday. And
what are you going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about my first year in Alaska. So
Ooh.
That should be
okay.
Entertaining for me at least.
I'm going to come to that. I'm coming for that.
Good. And the following, so that's on January 22nd. And the following week, January 29th, we have Dylan Patrick speaking, and he's a founder of a nonprofit organization, a consulting foundation, and many other things. He's an artist and a writer, and he's going to be discussing modern human development and kind of just looking at the relationship between human development, education, and sustainable solutions. So I'm really looking forward to hearing Dylan's presentation. We're working with him now, and I think that many of you would enjoy his perspective. So those are the next few. So I look forward to seeing your faces here at least. And everyone have a lovely weekend. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Bye.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank
Everyone.
you.